Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw, and he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded about a yard deep. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 16. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, let's go.
Now Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Come on, Hey, alert.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Buccaneers' 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Safety screaming.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Under 61, matchbox white.
They'll run on 1st down. Red, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, wahoo! Check 52. Hatchet. Ran,
They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Lock in. General West. Watch the twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point safely through, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looking downfield for Godwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Let's go. You tighten up.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check, 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 check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one. That's caught at the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards. That's good for a Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
14-14.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd and 4. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's out.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Exit. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. 55, Mark 55. 80 weapons. Mike.
55. Check, 55.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Trubisky will throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
A gain of 12. First down, Bears.
Alert, 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 alert.
Tighten up.
Alert, 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 alert. X3, 218, chop. Ran, chop. Hey, foxtrot.
Now Trubisky on first down. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Rush in. Check, 45.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Ran, come.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the... Contact brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Switch. Hey, watch that.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
They'll drop the throw. He completes this one to Mack. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He completes it to Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing here, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Trubisky now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
18. Hey, 5-7.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
18. Hey, team 6. Protein spill.
Check 45, come on.
Now it's Trubisky. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Run.
Don't get nervous. 45.
Hey, orbit.
Coming to you. 45.
Lock in.
Watch the run.
Alert. Blue draw.
Here's Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now, Red busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Red. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ran, go. Move.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to
61. Matchbox lights.
Check 45.
Hey, Charlie.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 45.
Hey, Bravo.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Hey, alert. Smooth.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 12-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Check 50. Check 50.
Yeah, 58's the mic. Come on. You better bring it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
They run with Pumphrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. They'll run here with Pumphrey. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Eddie Jackson running down.
Get him, boys.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Bears 34, Buccaneers 24.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Back, back, back.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On first down, Red gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
80 weapons. We got double up, double up. Hey, ball. Deuce.
They'll keep it on the ground. Red. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check 45! Hey, Alpha!
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Here we go, here we go. 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Red, go. Hey, let go. 45 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Now Trubisky. Complete. Smith has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
He's crashing.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Mike 45. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Red, go. 45 to Mike, 45.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Alert, 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 alert. Ready? Hey, Wahoo. 6-6, bullet high. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Alert, 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 alert.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Red, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
18. Red, touch. 45. Delta.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He'll look to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.